I'm Claudia Kay and welcome back to my channel. So this is going to be the second half of the haul from a couple of weeks ago that I didn't have time to film, but it's also a sale preview for this Wednesday's live sale. So none of the items in here will be available for pre-sale. If you can't make it to my sale and you're interested in an item, you can always email me and say, hey, if this doesn't sell during your live sale, can you let me know? I will let you know, no problem. So this is just from two places. I went to the Ashland County Flea Market and found some fantastic glass. If you were at my live last week, you saw the antique milk glass, you saw the blue candy dish, just good stuff. And then this is also then from Betty's Flea Market. It's called Betty's Flea Market, but it's a thrift store, not a flea market. But I only went two places and I got so much I just split it up into two different hauls on 2 different weeks, which is a little bit crazy. So I'm going to start out with the things that I bought myself. So if you were at my live last week or you watched my haul from last week, then you know that I had some sewing notions up for sale. And this was what I kept for myself. These knitting needles. I have now collected the aluminum crochet hooks, and the knitting needles get to be added to that collection. My grandmother had these. My mom had the crochet hooks. It just fascinated me as a child. I love this aluminum in these colors. I think it's so fun. And so I bought that whole lot so I could have these for me, even though I do not knit and I do not crochet. I just love the colored aluminum of these. And right now, until one of you buys it, I am keeping them in, I don't want to be too noisy, this. Look at this Fenton stretched swung picture vase. Yeah. It's so good. Also, quite a fun place to keep these. But the knitting needles are not for sale. Those are for me. I can take them out of here so I can show this gorgeous vase off to you guys. Man, when I was looking this up online, I could not get over the one, the head there. I was looking at sold comps on them, and the mouth on it had been stretched like all the way up to here. It was amazing. So I'm going to tell you how tall this one is at its highest point. So we're looking at just over 14 inches. Oh, sorry, you got a nice shot of my arm there. So this one's a pretty standard one for these hobnail stretched swung picture vases. This does not have any cracks and does not have any chips in like the mouth, but I did notice when I was washing it, let me see if I can find it, that it looked like it had probably, we've talked before how glass will shift as a house moves. And so there's just a bit of roughness at the spots that probably were touching the wall as the house shifted over the years. Nice and clean inside. I don't know that this was ever actually used as a vase, but Fenton, gorgeous. And next up, these are fun. All three of these are from the 50s. I'm going to sell them together, but I swear my grandma had this one. So the first one is Rummy, and these are in pretty good condition. The next one is Solitaire. And then the final one is Official Rules of Card Games in General. So for these being 50 plus years old, I think they're in really good condition. I think 2 were from 1950 and 1 was from 1955. But those are fun. I got those. And then I do have another piece of antique glass. We're going to go with a little carnival. I swear I sold this one in a bigger version, but it was one of the reproductions from the 70s because it did have the Fenton on it. This one does not mark Fenton. And when I looked it up, because this is the Persian medallion, these little bowls were the first pattern they made, were some of the first pattern they made in the Persian medallion, were these little bowls. So I'm fairly confident that this is antique and not a reproduction. But sweet little piece of antique glass. And then it has been a while since I have found any Mexican pottery. I found 3 pieces. Somebody liked it. I'm going to lot these together, I believe. But if they don't sell together, then I'll pull them apart and sell them separately. Here's the first one. And each of them has a flower theme. So whoever was buying these liked flowers. Here's the second one. Now this one, the blue glaze, did crack during firing, but then it's glazed with a clear glaze over it. So those are not actual cracks in the bowl, just so you're aware. And the yellow on that, stunning. And then the last one looks like a lily and a sunflower maybe. And then it's also on the outside. It's upside down. Lead free. So this one is this shape, and then you've got 2 round ones. So a little collection of Mexican pottery. Next up, it has also been a while since I found some moon and stars. And we've got moon and stars blue glass ashtray. Nice big one. Super pretty. I've been getting a lot of the blue glass lately. Next up, this one came from my mom. She was actually getting rid of stuff, and she's like, do you think anybody would be interested? And I'm like, I don't know, I can try. But we've got some 70s and 80s crafting books. So jewelry making. More jewelry and accessory designs. This one. That will look more at the graphics in this one and during the live, but the colors are fantastic. So that one was window, so curtains, window magic. And then flowers for keeps. And then these soft sculpture dolls. Does anybody else remember these? I hated these. I thought they were so creepy. I hated those when they were popular. And then she's got some just random vintage decals in here. Oh, and it tells you how to remove them. So that's all going to go together as a single lot in Wednesday sale. So fun. And I did look up those jewelry design books. You can find them on eBay right now. So, okay. How about some Westmoreland? This is the English hobnail pattern butter dish. That is a nice heavy duty butter dish, and I do not think that this has any chips. Definitely no cracks, but if any of the hobnail, the English hobnail is chipped, it's not chipped in a way that I can feel it. I did give it a good scrub, and usually I find my fingers find it if there's a chip. I always have a little bit of a cut somewhere if there was a chip on something. But that is in excellent condition, and I would use it. I would absolutely use this. How about a little more blue glass? Some daisy and button toothpick holder hat. Or if you want to be like my grandma, you can plant little plants in these. So a little more blue glass, and a bunch of different companies made these, so very hard to identify which company would have made that. How about some green glass in this gorgeous shoe with a little bow? How pretty is this one? I sold my entire shoe collection when I started packing up, and I currently have multiple shoes in here again because they're all up for sale. All new ones. It's funny. They find me. How about some Waterford crystal? This one is the variety bowl. So it's got like these swag bits. It does have the Waterford on the bottom. Oh, it's so pretty. I want to have ice cream out of it, you guys. Does anybody else see beautiful things and just want to use them? Oh, it's so pretty. So pretty. And then I saw these were together. I saw this was marked Waterford, and I wasn't quite sure what it was. And then I got it home and I realized it's a wine coaster. I was like, why is this so heavy duty? It's a wine coaster. So you chill your wine, you set it in here, and then if there's condensation coming off of it, it doesn't get onto your antique or vintage table. And this was the Millennium Happiness pattern. And they did make goblets out of this. And I went back and looked at Betty's to see if maybe the goblets were there. And I don't know if they were, somebody grabbed them before me, or if they're there, maybe they haven't been unpacked from a box yet. I don't know. But the wine coaster, so cool. But it would also make a fantastic key dish because it's very heavy duty. Beautiful. I love crystal. You guys do not know how often I resist buying just random crystal. I really try to buy it only if it is marked and it's very good crystal. I think all crystal's good, but you know what I mean. You know what I'm saying. All right. Talking too much. We got to hurry this along. Look! A Leo Ward Bluebird of Habits. I have not found one of these in forever, you guys. And his beak is good. His little tail feathers are good. He is marked Leo Ward on the bottom. And I couldn't tell if it's 1997 or 1987. But a Bluebird of Happiness. I collected those for a while and then sold those too. Okay. How about a little bit of Goble? It's a lamb. Did I have it upside down? So the Goble lamb. This little guy would be perfect if you need to add a lamb to your manger scene, your nativity scene. Maybe your lamb got broken over the years. Now you could add a Goble lamb. So sweet. And speaking of Christmas, I have got a couple of solid Christmas trees. Now, this one does have debris in the glass. So debris got caught in the glass as it was being made, and it has one chip that I did not see. I felt it when I washed it. That's how I found this chip. But Super pretty, and he's that size. Now this one is smaller, also solid. These do not have the hollow base. The hollow base is nice because you can put a color changing tea light under it, or even put the little string lights up inside the tree. But there's just something about these solid ones that's got this really nice polished bottom, and this catches the light incredibly in direct sunlight because the sun was streaming in as I was washing and drying and setting this stuff on the table, and it was just like bouncing light all over the room through here. So super, super pretty. But this one doesn't have any chips. I love the polished bottom on that one. It does have bubbles in the glass though. Both of those were unmarked. I have no idea who made them. Last but not least, I found hair receivers at both the Ashland Flea Market and at Betty's. So we've got this one. And it is an unmarked hair receiver. And then we've got this one. This one is marked and it's much fancier. So I wanted to show you. It's got this really heavy gold trim on it. And the shape is very fun. So this one is from Prussia. It's got the mark there. And these got a gentle wipe out. I do not submerge things that have this much trim on it because I don't want to take off the trim. This one I love the shape on. And then lastly is a Nippon set. It's got the pin dish and the hair receiver. And we know that the Japan was forced to change Nippon to Japan in 1921. So we know this one is officially an antique because we can specifically date it. So 3 years ago, this set became an antique. So the pin dish and the hair receiver, again with the super cute shapes. So found 3 different hair receivers in 2 different places. And remember, I only sourced in 2 places for the last couple of weeks there. And I think that is everything for resale. Now I did want to show you, I always pick up these little copper pieces if I can get them for, you know, less than $1. And then when I've got a collection of them, I lot them together and I sell them. So I did pick up that little guy. He's probably missing his little copper lid, but he was super cute, so I picked him up. And then this piece, I'm disappointed because I did not realize it had a chip. It was filthy, and honestly, I was quite afraid to touch it at first. And now, as soon as I got it in the water, I felt the chip. I'm like, no. But this is antique. With this beautiful opalescence, and the chip is right here, and it's an old chip. It's a soft chip, but there's a chip in it. So I don't know yet what I'm going to do with it. I am going to scrub it one more time, but I think that the glass is just yellowed over the years. I don't know that there's dirt on it. And it does have the wear as if somebody used this as their key catch-all for years. So if somebody's interested in adding this on inexpensively to an order on Wednesday, you can let me know. But I was disappointed about the chip on the bottom. It's hard to see. It's right here. All right, that is everything. So thanks for watching. I'll see you Wednesday at 10 a.m. And drop a comment below and tell me what your favorite piece was out of this. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and remember, be kind. It doesn't cost you anything, and it may mean everything to someone else.